I just took a picture and to look at it in case I miss ya. It's just a little memento of a fun day. I didn't mean much by it. Saw the camera and thought I'd buy it in case I couldn't figure out what to say. Oh, can't you see? There's no initials in a tree. I never thought we're meant to be. Your fancy thoughts are just a dream. You're taking it the wrong way. It's just a Polaroid, a sight to remember, no feeling to treasure, babe. It's just a Polaroid, a smile in a photo, no sign of a future for us. It'd be ready in a minute, and I'll let you know as soon as it's finished. Then we'll take a little look and have a good time. A fun time with friends. Keep it going until it ends. Until the next time when we'll do it again. I saw the sign. You think my words were out of line. I'll set it straight, no need to try. From a photo you'll see why you're taking it the wrong way. It's just a Polaroid, a sight to remember, no feeling to treasure, babe. It's just a Polaroid, a smile in a photo, no sign of a future for us, babe. Let's think it through another way. And then you see you gotta stay. I know there'll be another day. Now you're taking it the wrong way. It's just a Polaroid, a sight to remember, no feeling to treasure, babe. It's just a Polaroid, a smile in a photo, no sign of a future for us. I just took a picture, a couple of friends wishing you were here with us. Just a reflex action, mistaken for a sign of attraction. I just held your hand, I was hoping you would understand.
Hi everybody, it's me. Hold on. Monitor cam. Is the audio coming through properly? What the hell is this? Hold on. Yeah, it's not coming through properly. The one thing I didn't check. The one thing that I didn't check. There you go.
There you go. There you go. I fixed it. Okay. Kind of off center here. There you go. That's a bit better. Let's turn down the music right there. Okay. Now, how are you? What usually happens in these streams, this is my first time checking it out. We just look at Christian videos chronologically from wherever we left off before. This is part 56 at this point. Let me see how in sync I am. I look okay. I think we're okay. So, yeah, so this is part 56. Song had a good mix, sounds real good. Thank you very much. That was Polaroid by Gino Samuel. That's from my latest album. If you want to check it out, it's called, what's it called? Squeal. That's right, that's what it's called. Check out Squeal. There's links down below for the DistroKid, which will enable you to check it out through whatever means you wish, whether it be Spotify or Bandcamp. I think Apple Music, YouTube Music, something like that. I feel like I haven't heard this music in a very long time. Anyway. To catch you Samuel from your music. That's right. So yeah, it's been 5 weeks, I think, since the last stream.
and lots of things have changed since then. As you can see, this is the Chris Chan A Comprehensive History YouTube channel. There's no Geno Samuel attached to this anymore. This is the end of Geno Samuel 2.1, apparently. I just wanted to clean up my channels a bit, just for branding, you know. Geno Samuel remains Geno Samuel, at Geno Samuel Official. That's my music channel. Please check it out if you wish. Ah, that's how you stop it. Okay. I forgot the hotkeys already. And the Chris Chan channel is no longer Geno Samuel 2.1, and it's Chris Chan Comprehensive History, because that is all that you get on this channel, and there is no Geno Samuel attached to it, really. You know? Love the music at the beginning. Thank you very much. That's my song. My audio is a bit quiet. I can move a bit closer. That'll be okay. Love your music, man. Thank you very much. And Geno Samuel 3, which was my documentary channel, is no more. It is Geno Samuel Productions. That's what it's called. I think there's a link down below. What is the... oh, it's not at Geno Samuel 3. It's at Geno Samuel Productions. And music channel is not at Geno Samuel 2.1. What the fuck are these? What is this? Let me change it real quick. Geno Samuel Productions for this. And at Geno Samuel... Huh? At Geno Samuel Official for this. It's not doing me the hyperlink thing, but whatever, you can find it later. Will this channel get new uploads in a year, or maybe? I don't know, man. Because I'm still working on the Blu-ray remasters. I'm currently just finished part 15. So I'm quite fond of that. I'm quite fond of the way that it's faster than I expected, honestly, the way I worked. I finished all of 15 in one day. All day yesterday, I finished 15. So what I'm doing is, for the first 43 videos, I'm re-recording the narration, because there's lots of points where it's actually quite different from what's on YouTube. And since my voice and my delivery and my style kind of developed over time into what's it become now, I wanted the original, the early versions, the early videos to be more in line with what it eventually became. So that's why I'm re-recording that narration for the first 43. After 44, I'm going to be cutting out some stuff and adding some narration snippets. And I think it's going to be kind of seamless. So I'll need to re-record all those. And after 44, that's going to come a lot faster. And I think I can get everything done by the end of this year, by the end of this calendar year. And yes, the Sonichu animated series has been copyright striked by Christine herself. She admitted it so, even though it was a fraudulent copyright claim, because she said so herself on her Blue Sky and her X accounts, that she basically did not get a good vibe from the series, so she decided to take it down, because it felt a bit trollish for her. She's open to collaborating with me or something to possibly work on an official Christine approved Sonichu animated series. But in that case, I'm pretty sure she will have the final say. She will voice Chris and Christine, Chris Chan Sonichu. She will voice Sonichu himself as well. And she will not like to include any of the more troublesome aspects of the Sonichu comics storyline. And that's the whole point of the appeal, personally, of the Sonichu comics, is the loftiness, is the craziness, it's the love quests and the anti-gay serum antidotes, all that stuff she would not include in her official Sonichu series if she ever decides to make it in some capacity. And I'm not for that, man. And also, if you're following me on X, there's a link to my X account down below. If you've been checking out my X for a while, I decided to do some fun little nods at a certain comprehensive history for Donald Trump, and I've been thinking about it, and man, the job security that would bring me if I did Donald Trump a comprehensive history, and yeah, that's the plan. The plan is, then again, I'm saying this is a plan. This is not a guarantee. Like my previous plan was to make Sonichu the animated series. That was my plan. But some things did not work out. Christine interjected, and I had to stop that plan and do something else. So this is the plan currently. Once I'm done with the Blu-ray properly, once it's being sold, Donald Trump: A Comprehensive History, probably on its own channel, Donald Trump: A Comprehensive History channel, and I'm going to be hoping that it gets monetized. And that's what's going to happen. But I know that lots of people think that Trump and Christine type on Twitter very similarly, and that would be a very fun comparison to do. But you got to understand, for Donald Trump: A Comprehensive History, it starts at his birth. It's going to be a very long time until we get to Twitter. All right? So it's going to be very long, I'm sure. But also, it's going to be very difficult to sort out through all the details, all the tiny details, all the historical facts, because there is no quickie for Donald Trump. So I have to make my own quickie for Donald Trump. It's going to be called the DJTiki. DJTICKI. DJT is a capitalized DJTiki. So that's the plan. That's the plan for now. Base Shaman deleted his channel. Really? I did not know. Damn, really? Base Shaman is a queer fella. I betcha that he's already started something else. Yeah, his channel is gone apparently. That's a shame, because Base Shaman missing, kidnapped. Someone said if he's missing or kidnapped. Anyway, so yeah, so he was working on lots of different stuff. He was kind of an edgy creator before. He was commenting on like people that were caught by Chris Hansen and stuff like that. He was making fun of them. And then after, I think he got a strike on the channel, and then he decided to switch things up and decided to become a more meditative kind of creator, like kind of like nice to these folks, you know, in a kind of ironic way. He, during his streams, I mean during his reactions and commentary, it really feels like he did not know what these people did. But if you looked at the videos that he published like a year ago, he full well knows what Lauren Armstrong did, you know, and he pretends, oh, this poor fella, he's so trouble, you know, lockshot brother, and stuff like that. So just to kind of have a good vibes feel, because that's what YouTube was about, is the good vibes, and he was doing that for a while, and then he did more meditative stuff. He was like rating those fucking meme faces, what are they called, soy jacks and whatever, and then during the PewDiePie versus T-Series debacle, he was pro T-Series, and that got him a lot of attention from the Indian crowd, and he reached over 100K subscribers at that point, and they're all from India, because then all the Indians think that he loves India or something. And then after the T-Series thing was over, he's got nothing left. He's got all these Indian subscribers, and he doesn't want to do Indian content, so he's kind of stuck there. And he did, of course, some Christian commentary. He did lots of the guy Cyrax, and yeah, he just didn't know what to do with himself, because I guess he did not want to be a YouTuber anymore, and he just didn't. He couldn't do it, I guess, and I guess he deleted it. No, King Cobra 2, I think. How's things been in China? China's been fine. And is that a Commodore keyboard? It is not. It is a low-free block keyboard. I like it a lot. Working good for me. He tried to reach Chat GPT on a spiritual sense. Yeah, I know that he had a second channel, at least one other channel, where he did readings of Reddit posts. That is clearly his voice. Like, I think it was Mr. Reddit or something. And he did lots of he actually got lots of views with that one, but the YouTube system has changed since then. You cannot just read stuff for YouTube and get money for that anymore. So I'm not sure if that's still around. Maybe he has some other channel he started fresh. The trick is, though, is what I learned very recently, unfortunately, for my music uploads. We're going to move on to Chris right now. Is that YouTube likes it when you publish it and set it to private first and then schedule to be made public at least 24 hours after that point. For some reason, it really likes that. Because my two most recent videos, even though they're not like viral or anything, but they have been getting a lot more views than they would have normally if I just finished everything, all the details, all the links, all the descriptions finished, everything's finished, thumbnails finished, and then just click publish and then it's public. It just doesn't work that way. It's not good. It gets a couple hundred views at the first few hours and then just dips and it never comes back. If you do the private first and then 24 hours or 36 hours even, make it public, it goes up and then down and then up and down, and it keeps trying to get more audiences, attracted to it. So I think that's the system that I'm going to go with from now. Let's see how it works out later. So anyway, let's move on to Chris Chan. No, that's not what I want. Did this work? It did work. Okay, sure. What the fuck is Flutter? Yeah, Chris is probably bang her. Yeah. Jeffrey Epstein dog. It's ooh. Don't want that. Ooh. Actually, this works pretty well because my chat is in my face and it looks like I'm still looking at the screen, so it's good and my face is still in focus. Great. So this is Welcome to Sleepy Feet Chris Chan teaser. This is a trailer for a new YouTube channel called Sleepy. It has since been deleted. It's been archived by the Sergeant at Arms. Good fella. And let's see what this is about. Wait. Ah, shit. Desktop audio is not set up properly either. It's been 5 weeks, man. I forgot how to do this. Speakers, M5 audio. That should do it. So you're saying there was no music for 15 minutes in the background? Really? Is that what's happening here? No one fucking told me.
Moving slightly.
Oh.
Let me get to move. Alright. The hand is barely moving.
It's moving.
Moving. Whoa. And it with this telekinesis.
Теперь стоянка, вы где?
This is Sewer Slut, by the way.
Peter, what the fuck is up, bro? Why do you have a camera?
So Sleepy is, I guess, a military sim channel. That's what it's called. I don't understand what that means. Do they just pretend that they're in war? What's happening? Anyway, also, is Donald Trump really interesting enough to document Never Found Anyone in Politics interesting? Because, well, the politics thing is a very recent development in Trump's life, you know? He was a businessman for a long time, for most of his life, really. I think he is the first layman properly that has become president. Like, truly, his first political seat of office is president of the United States. That's never happened before. Like Reagan, of course, he was an actor, but he was I think was a governor beforehand. So he was like stutter. He was working his way up from governor, I think, and I think there were a few generals as well. That became president. Of course, Eisenhower and Washington, of course, but First public seat of office was president. That's never happened before. Sonic rebuilt. Okay, so now what is this? Oh, that's right. Sonic rebuilt. So this was made by 3GI. This is the This is the team that made Shrek Retold before, which featured Chris, and now they made Sonic Rebuilt, which is a 1999 Sonic the Hedgehog movie rebuilt by over 200 artists. So there's lots of different artworks involved, and my gosh, some look pretty good here.
Shut up, Tails!
Incredible.
Sonic! Are you alright, Sonic?
I'm fine, just fine. So, who's that?
Hi, Sonic. I have some news for you.
Oh, not that old man again. Count me out.
Sonic, we've got to do something to help him!
You're the one who can fly. You do something.
Huh? You're no help!
Bizarre.
Alright, I can rescue the old man all by myself!
Bizarre stuff.
Oh, it's you, Tails. Nice to see you.
What the...
Bizarre stuff. Ew. Incredible, absolutely incredible.
For my body?
We're almost at the Christian bit. There it is. Unironically, this looks exactly like Sonichu the animated series. They did a good job with it. Because Chris obviously did not animate this himself. She just did the artwork, and then the, I guess 3GI or someone else animated for her.
Oh, Sonic, thank you!
Okay, that's the end of the whole thing. At least that's the end of Chris's introduction, Chris's inclusion. If you make a documentary about Donald Trump, I'll watch it at least. I need something new besides lolcat documentaries to watch while working, because it's hard typing and cringing simultaneously. See, the thing is, in order for me to make the comprehensive history on Trump, I need to make a comprehensive website on Trump. I need a quickie for Trump. So I have to make that first. At least to get the ball rolling, and then I can update it later, because there's so much stuff that I need to sort out from different sources and put them all in chronologically, you know. It's kind of easy if you have a quickie and you have the QE forms and they have their chronological posts there on the forum. But with Trump, man, it's tricky. There's a lot of sources to sort through. Did you know that there was this woman in Ohio who would ask some celebrities around if they would offer some drawings for her, and then she would sell the drawings for charity? Trump was always involved with that. He doodled so many skyscraper drawings and had them sold like for hundreds of dollars for charity. That was in the 90s and early 2000s. You never knew about that. I never knew about that until like 2 weeks ago. And that has to make it into the comprehensive history somehow. I have to like search through all the archives, every single Trump mention in the newspapers on every single website since 1992. I have to get everything possible, man. It's going to be tricky. So that's the next comprehensive history that I'm going to be doing. That's the plan, at least. Plans might change, but that's my plan for now. And Ota Benga documentary is going on pretty well. It should be released hopefully in a couple of months. Within 2 to 3 months, I should be finished with that. That's on Genos ML3. Now, let's move on to 2020, April 10th, reaction video, Red versus Blue Part 1. Woo-bee! Let's start from the start. We're going to scrub through this. Ugh. Bouncy bed. Breathe it in, man.
First chance Sonichu coming to you live from home. In a little bit, we will be streaming another lovely video. This is a reaction video to Red vs. Blue Part 1. So I hope y'all are as excited as I am to be checking this out. And if you're not watching, if you're
What I'm guessing is happening is that the microphone, whatever microphone that is active in this recording, is far away from Chris. Maybe it's like a Bluetooth headset or something. And if it was just the mic in the laptop that she is streaming from, she would sound a lot more clear. However, this has happened before, even in the classic Quick Days in 2009. She forgot to switch the mic input, and it's still the one that's very far away, that's on the floor somewhere. So that's why she is so quiet in this video. She'll be watching the Red versus Blue parody of the machinima thing, played by ponies.
obviously
Skype calls with Ben Franklin. That sounds like a great web series. Crazy that even when he was 38, he still wore the... She's 43 and she's still wearing the Sonichu necklace.
Working on details and stuff. Now, did I really disable the chat on this thing? No, I guess so. Viewers dos minutos.
Dude, I'm fine. China's fine. Does Chris mentally understand how most people perceive them, or are they completely oblivious? She's kind of aware, of course, of all the trolling and the bullying. She's quite sensitive about it, I'm sure, because when I made the Sonichu animated series, she took it down because she didn't feel good about it, because she felt like I was being a troll, you know.
Regardless of comments, but if y'all want to watch this video at a later time after it's premiered, which will be in a couple of minutes.
Will you make me look at Chris's taint on the Blu-ray release? No. Chris's nudes will still be censored, because that is pretty much like. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rick Robin.
About Terranova, name the influences behind the soundtrack. G number, what do you think came to mind?
Thank you very much. Yes, the Terranova soundtrack, heavily influenced by Ennio Morricone's The Thing soundtrack. Even though there's not much synth actually in the soundtrack itself, it's mostly like strings, and it's even an electric bass. It's not even a synth bass. But also apart from that, there's some Tangerine Dream as well. I like Tangerine Dream and the droniness behind that, and the sequencers, and some some 80s documentaries that were cheap and could only afford like a single DX7 in the soundtrack. That's the kind of influence for me, because I feel like the earlier analog synthesizers and even earlier digital synthesizers were quite sterile, quite inhuman, which I think went well with the cold, barren landscape of Antarctica. That's my thinking.
So anyway, yeah, beginning shortly. And now this is Anarchy.
Reminds me of
Red versus Blue, part
Vangelis,
one.
sorry. Steve Roach and Tangerine Dream, and Jean-Michel Jarre and Philip Glass too. I like Jean-Michel Jarre too. Not as much as Tangerine Dream though. Their latest album is really good too. It's called Rome. It's actually the first release without Edgar Froese, who died before. So first album without any original members, without Edgar Froese, who was the sole member who was there since the beginning and has been the only original member for a long time now. Also the first album which includes a new member who has not met Edgar Froese in person. So it's a new era, but apparently they used some demos, some snippets from older recordings from Edgar Froese, who didn't release them yet. He was working on them.
Not right now, Barbara.
That's no way to talk to your mother, Christine.
I don't like being interrupted. Especially since this is the beginning. This is fun. I'm on a live video stream. Yay.
Yay.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Alright, 2 minutes now. 2 minutes.
China's fine. So I'm not clear, did Chris transition out of gender dysphoria or for another reason? Chris honestly believes that she is a woman, and that's the way it is. Whether or not she transitioned in the standard accepted public sense of transitioning, probably not, but she believes she's a woman, and that's legit enough, I guess.
In C197, obviously I did partake in the action personally.
I never listened to Edgar Winter, actually.
Over there. I mean, it's obviously not properly chronicled yet. But that's a whole different kettle of fish right there. But overall, I still enjoyed the series as a whole, and it's always good for like.
Oh God.
That,
Does YouTube Premiere still do this music, or is it different now? I haven't watched Premiere in a long time. Have there any factory fires in your city? No, there haven't. There it goes.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom!
The way Chris looks at this is unnerving.
Again, y'all can watch this for yourselves as a streaming now or after the videos play.
I could, but I will not. Hi from Lithuania. Hello to Lithuania.
Hey, do you ever wonder why we're here?
Just to suffer? Oh.
No, I mean here, on Earth.
Because the Earth can sustain life?
No, I mean, why are we alive? Why do we exist?
Because we're born?
You know what? Forget it.
I will, thank you.
Coco Melon is made for people like Chris.
Oh, poor Diet Daga.
Hey, do you ever notice that Doc always seems to stay out of combat?
Well, he's supervising. Sometimes Firebrand does the same too. So, what's the problem?
Nah, it's not madness. Chris is just enamored by the ponies.
I don't think I've seen him join the Red Team.
She loves this shit so much.
Well, there was that one time he... No, he went off with Finn during that fiasco. Oh, there were those...
Blissey!
No, wait. Those were just throwaway gags.
The Hanna-Barbera sound effects.
Wait
You know what? I think you may be right.
You think this might be important?
Oh, please. We're Brony reviewers in a TF2 parody. Actually having plot? Get out of here.
You do have plot.
Speaking of parodies and blatant...
Oh God, that's
Enough!
Jesus Christ.
Please calm down.
Hi, Finn.
Average Aspen Hotel watcher. Hello, my baby. Hello. Okay.
Aware that the blue team is having more trouble sticking to a plan and that you've been working hard on
Didn't Chris stop liking MLP after Megan? When did he start again?
I do believe that when surrounded by explosions and being
I don't know, man. Feels like there was never truly a craze like what that was during Generation 4, you know? It's 4, right? Friendship is Magic is Generation 4, is it? G5 is the new one, right? Or is it G6? Yeah, I can't remember.
How convenient! An interrupting phone call.
I can't remember these things anymore. Jesus Christ.
Sleep.
I see how it is.
2 meals a day.
Because I have a Y
The shower.
chromosome, that automatically means I don't shower every day. Well, that couldn't be further from the truth, Missy.
Spicy.
Actually, that's part of the reason why I call it Ford so to speak.
Anyways, absolutely hilarious, I'm sure. Jesus.
Hello?
Can you shut up about Barbosi?
Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
really?
For
Yeah.
don't you see that killing me won't bring back
When Doc gets back, I'll be sure to...
the G4 film and the new one is G5. I know because of your series. Okay, thanks. I should know because of my series, but it's been a while, man. If I'm not working on it actively, I just throw it away from my head.
To be continued. Ominous.
Whee! Bart. And y'all got some good meme-worthy facial responses, so there's
That's not meme worthy.
all that. I hope y'all enjoyed this lovely little video streaming, live streaming, video response type of thing. It's gonna happen again next video, so I'll let y'all know when that's coming up. Or y'all can subscribe to Dr. Wolf's channel. Don't bully or pester him or any of the analysis, anarchists, or whatever. Or anybody in general. Don't do that! Okay?
All right.
Let's be helping and helping.
Off topic, but I was so surprised when I found out that you have Lithuanian roots. This was the thing that I least expected from Christian-related stuff. I am the most rooty Lithuanian ever. Not really, but there's no roots. I am Lithuanian. My parents are Lithuanian. I was born in Lithuania. I'm Lithuanian. By birth, at least. I'm an Irish citizen, though.
That's all that. Thank you all very much and have a good, safe day.
Oh my God. Anyway, so next up is the last leftovers tonight leftover video. This was after the idea, guys. Here, a couple of years. So next up is gonna be that stream with Max Mandu, and we're gonna watch that in a minute. Watch that in a minute. Come here, Bubs. Hi. How are you? Want to say hi to the peanut gallery or not? You silly guy. Say ha. Good enough. Before and after effect. Oh no, you can't stop talking like that. Not now. Not now. He's very attentive. Hi. A bit confused, huh? I got a bit confused. A bit camera shy too. But he looks good. So anyway, how's Dad's office? Funny? Fun at all? Dude's just looking at himself. Eek. Dunk. That's pretty good. Yep. Good job there. Yes. All right. You have to go. If you have nothing important to say, you have to go back. You have to go back, Pops. No, you have to go back. Yeah. All right. Hope he didn't disturb y'all too much. Getting your hair done. All right, let's go back. No bass trauma, please. Okay. Now you talk. Okay, so let's go back to the stream. This was during lockdown, actually. Leftovers tonight. You see the old COVIDs there. You look Lithuanian AF, sure. Pure Baltic phenotype. So this was on during the COVID era. This, I think April 2020. 2020, I'm sure it's 2020. So this troll guy who was hosting this podcast interview thing, he's known about Chris for a while. He's the one who went into that sanitarium and stole Chris's drawing from there. So he's been around for a while, and he also had lunch with his girlfriend at the time and Chris. So yeah, they've known each other for a bit. And yeah, this unfortunately Max Mandu was caught in the crossfire. Thankfully, I think he's gotten some fans from his inclusion in the documentary himself. So if you want to check him out on YouTube, I'm pretty sure it's still called Max Mandu on YouTube. Look him up if you like what you hear.
Hello, everybody,
how
and
official.
welcome to Leftovers Tonight. Today I've assembled some of Augusta County's most talented people to discuss their art.
Augusta County? What?
Starting today is musician Max Mandu, who is a local talent out of Charlottesville. He's going to be playing a little
How Bostonian of you. Charlottesville.
ditty for us, and then we'll speak with Sonichu in the body of Christine Weston Chandler.
Oh, that was happening during this time too. Sonichu took over Christine's body because Christine couldn't go to BronyCon, so then Sonichu took over. So Sonichu is in 1218, while Chris is in Sonichu's body in C197, and over there, BronyCon took place.
All of this coming up shortly after a musical song by Max Mandu. All right, Max.
A musical song.
All right, thank you.
As opposed to a non-musical song. We're not going to look through too much of this cringe. Max is not cringe, though Chris's inclusion in this is cringe.
This song is called Malachi. Malachi sits on the edge of a cliff to watch the world go by. They say he's losing his grip, but if you think about it, he's the only one who opened his eyes. He said, I issued my call, I wrote it up on the wall, got my word from the storm.
Now, I'm sure if you're online enough, you know what's happening about the whole ID verification for lots of things on the internet. Very suddenly, it's very suspicious. So concerning how it's like in China, it's very similar in China, honestly. Everyone is coming in line with China. Yeah, you're all doing y'all heads of state are doing pretty much the same thing as China now. China was ahead of the game, really. Your ID is tied to pretty much everything you do online, and you cannot escape it. Most things are connected to your WeChat account. Your WeChat account is it's similar to like Facebook. You message with your friends and stuff like that, and you post about you make posts about your life and what's happening. Really, it's kind of like Facebook, but not quite, because there's also a payment service attached through WeChat. You can pay for stuff with WeChat if you load up your WeChat with money. Of course, you have to get ID verification to use a WeChat, and it's only one per one phone number, one ID, and that's pretty much the same thing with everything else. Every single website you go through, every single bank account it's through the same thing, though. Really, everything's attached to your ID. If you do something bad in one place, they got your ID, and there's nothing you can do about that. You know, get logged down everywhere, get shut down everywhere.
It's our worst fear, 'cause now every day feels more like the insides, and we've exhausted all our same old alibis. Oh, Malachi, I need someone to turn the tide.
Okay, and then we have callers as well.
No, we actually have Sonichu in the body of Christine Weston Chandler on the show right now.
Hello, hello.
Hi. Yes, I just have a question. So, do you have a due date for the German?
Poor guy.
So I don't know if the audience could hear that, but they asked if you have a due date for the original merch.
Yeah, not an exact due date, but it's in progress and incoming.
Yeah. There were lots of calls, and Max was
everybody
like,
else in the city of Quickville. Mute the calls for a little while, so I can answer one question at a time.
I'm gonna mute the calls for a little while. I'm sorry. Just give me a second here.
I mean, shit, if we kept on just question.
This video is bar none the worst part of Christy. The fact that this guy was genuine and trying to make a name for himself, getting caught up in all this. I hate this video specifically. Yep.
Where you've been? You said you were in South Korea teaching English. Can you
Yeah,
talk
that's
a little
right.
bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So after college, before I started any kind of full-time thing in the U.S., I thought I want to have an adventure. I want to live a really big life that I couldn't have imagined before, and do something totally new. So I went out to South Korea to teach English there. A really good opportunity. I do like working with students, and I studied linguistics in college, so it kind of led me there.
That sounds too similar to me. I studied linguistics in college, and I went to Japan instead. But yeah, to teach English.
Really young, and I just wanted to ask, like, if you had to choose like a favorite character, who would it be? Like in all the issues.
If you had to choose a character that was your favorite, who would it be?
Yeah. Well.
Hello?
Can you put that on hold or something?
I can't. It just automatically answers all of them.
I'm not.
Song here from Max Mandu. Max, I want to hear something. Something classic. You know what I mean?
Around me.
Oh God.
Still I'm on the dark side of the moon.
Classic.
And it seems like it goes on like this forever. You must forgive me if I've up and gone to Carolina in my mind.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Now, Max, what is like one of the worst things that's ever happened to you while you were busking? So obviously, you know, thousands and thousands of helpless people are dying, being buried in shallow graves in New York City.
Well, damn, what a bummer.
Yeah, I heard the count was like about I think 8,000 cases or one, or maybe 8,000 deaths. Well, I'm not sure if I remember correctly. Trolls had just extorted over the years, but fortunately that stopped.
That's in the past now.
Okay, give me.
Most talented individuals.
Oh God.
You know this song?
I'm just.
You're gonna be the one.
Not really.
Wonderwall, can you fuck off?
Finally, catches up to when this body opens the portal that allows this that allows me, which at that point would be a past version, to get this body in C197. And from that point forward, it's essentially
Christine, and good luck with the show there, Shia. Hope you're proud of yourself.
Thanks, boy.
To try to take advantage of her so they can have a little fame for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, you can voice your concerns and whatnot when such moments come up for her, and it's a whole lot better.
But and I'll leave it at that. Thank you for your time, Christine, and good luck with the show there, Shia. Hope you're
staying.
Yeah,
that's the best thing you can.
Is optimistic.
All right, Max. Well,
you guys, it seems to be. You got a lot of audience focused on Sonichu, and I feel like I don't quite as fit well in what you're trying to do with the show. So
yeah, but I like sharing the spotlight. You know.
I appreciate that. You guys have been kind, but
I think you're really talented. And
yes,
I think
you are very talented.
If you want to contact me in the future, we can do all kinds of things together.
Okay, sure.
So absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Max.
I served my time. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Do you want to stay on?
I can stay on a while longer. Yeah.
All right, you want to stay on, and we'll send Max home.
Oh.
Max, feel free to take the pizza with you.
That's okay.
Okay.
Pizza's good.
The pizza was really good.
Brought to you by Papa John's. So bring it up. Just don't send any to 14 Branchland Court.
If you tell people
Hey!
that this is brought to you by Papa John's, they're gonna think that we're racist.
Not really.
Don't send it to my home address. But by the way, my home
all we
address
did was
is
buy a
this.
pizza for them. They helped. We bought lunch from them. So.
Yeah.
And Max got out of there.
Mostly being facetious.
I love that word. Anyway. So yeah, good on Max to leave early.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello, yeah, hello. What's up?
Yeah, I just,
Can you turn the speakers off?
I'm
getting paid for the appearance.
Man, I got hardcore secondhand embarrassment that entire time.
Wasn't that the point?
Max is a fucking legend. Love that guy.
Max is a legend. Let's hear another round of applause for Max. Max is a freaking trooper. I thought he was going to run out of here. But he did all right.
Yep, he did.
He did all right. All right. Yes, hello. You're on with Sonichu.
Oh.
Yes, hello.
I don't know. Maybe they're
Why
just.
do you think they call in at all?
Maybe they're just putting their receivers on the.
You're a hot guest. I don't mean physically.
Hi. So we had a question for Sonichu.
Yes.
And we're
That's the Dylan Thomas T-shirt, right? That's what she wore when she was arrested.
just wondering. So my fiance is super into Lolita and Japanese street fashion, and we were just wondering what your opinion was on that.
Oh, fortunately, in Mama's memory, we do know what that is. So
you do. Ooh.
Yeah.
By the way, Lolita in Asia means a totally different thing than what it means in the West. Lolita means like cute schoolgirl outfit, not like a young girl. You know, that's a completely different nuance there.
Yeah, the whole Lolita thing.
What is
yeah.
that?
It's a.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
But enough said. Definitely not a pedophile. Just leave it at that. Leave it at that.
Say that. When you say I'm not a pedophile.
Japanese street fashion, not lolicon.
What did you say,
Yeah.
woman? Can you get that wife of yours off the phone?
A man is here. So what she's trying to say is it's not lolicon. It's Lolita, which is like the fashion with like the frilly dresses and stuff.
Do you know what he's talking about? Is this?
Why?
I just wanted to know if you would like it. I feel.
This is like that current trend with like celebrity interviews where the interviewer's like, here's a Labubu. What do you think of this, Harrison Ford? It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Your characters might look.
You could have an entire edition, an entire book.
Maybe amongst the female Sonichus and Rose Chews.
Hey, it's a printed copy of the
amongst
Issue Zero
ladies,
book, I
but
think.
that's Meh. That's my response for me. Don't put me in one right now. I mean, I'll dress up as Vinyl Scratch for like I did for Halloween, but
Vinyl Scratch.
Question that was.
yeah, it's my fault. I don't ask type question.
Hello, Schroeder?
Oh. She is somewhere else.
Megan Schroeder.
What?
Yeah.
Do you want me to hang up on them?
Yeah, because they're not here right now.
All right.
They're
I'm
not.
sorry, caller.
Drink.
Hey there, you're on with Sonichu.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, how's Barbara?
She's all right. She's in good health.
She's staying away from the public.
Yeah, for the most part.
She better be.
Mm-hmm.
Is another version of her in another dimension right now?
Yeah. No, her self-counterpart in C197 is no more and has merged with the Barbara here at 1218. So, yeah, this one's going to live, going to survive, and all that, okay?
I see. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you for your call.
That was a good one for once.
That was a good one.
I feel better.
Hello, you're on with Sonichu.
Later on, there was a question asking Chris about what's going to happen when Barbara dies, or like, you know, after that situation, like where's she going to live, and it kind of looked like Chris was going to panic there for a second, but good on Mr. Leftover Media there. He jokingly said, "You can go stay with me." So I think he saved that situation, saved her from breaking down a bit, you know. So that was nice of him, for one thing. Anyway, so this goes on for a while. You can look up the highlights on part 70 something, 73 maybe. No, 76. Thereabouts. Anyway, TF2 analysis Anarchy, Red versus Blue Part 2. This time hosted by Sonichu. Let's go. Oh God. New streaming setup.
Hey everybody, this is Sonichu Live coming from this house once again. And today we're doing a live stream of Analysis Anarchy Part 2. My reactions to the video. Yeah, just kind of after doing some activity outing. Yeah, so I'm just making sure everything's set up. This is my first time using the laptop.
Chris living with weens and enablers and the various stories we would hear would have been legendary. I mean, that's technically what's happening already.
First time using the laptop for streaming at this point.
I was trying to do it. It's okay.
So I don't know how to do screen on screen in this thing, but at least I'm able to. 10 minutes time to kill, so let me see this thing.
This is riveting content, honestly. I mean, 32,000 views, man.
There's that. So I did that. Just put a comment in on the
Comments are actually enabled, apparently.
Dr. Wolf stream. This is.
It's weird how he said he did it
and
then just
microphone
lied.
Works.
Well,
He's upstairs. Barbara is upstairs.
that worked out, didn't it? She got a girlfriend. She's traveling the world, so it worked. The world just forgets sometimes, you know. It's fine. Move on. Apparently. And would you consider China to be more enjoyable than living where you used to? China is big, man. The place I live is quite inconvenient. I'm not gonna lie. However, we're gonna move to a bigger place in the big cities soon.
She's upstairs. All right. Stop asking about Barbara. This is a reaction video for TF2 Analysis Anarchy Red vs. Blue Part 2. It'll be starting very shortly. At least I have a little time to
Chillax.
Do this, all right?
What are you
Sonichu.
doing?
Yeah. Yeah, we like the Sonic movie. It's really good.
Oh, that's good.
Too many things going on.
Okay. Premiere starting. It's gonna be pretty much the same thing as last time, I'm sure.
It's in progress. The merge continues to be in progress.
He's getting annoyed. And plans to do another lolcow series like the Christian.
Everything
Nope.
is happening.
If you count Donald Trump as a lolcow, I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm planning to do that.
Seeing through the perspective of the laptop camera this time. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Showtime!
Another Final
Good timing,
Fantasy ass
honey.
music.
Yep. The best.
For the last time, can you please put on
By the way, Sonichu just hugged Roaster on the bed, I believe. That's what just happened.
I'm backseat gaming, so earbuds won't fit. Seriously, technology is so bigoted sometimes.
I am not caring. Either turn it off or give it to Golden Fox. At least he
They weren't
has
the only one gaming.
educational brand given his super form.
They had DSi and they had Game Boy Advance.
No fun allowed. I'm sorry, you want to repeat that? Nothing. Teacher's pet. Hey, sweetie, are you sure it's a good idea to bring me along? I mean, I haven't been with you guys for that long, and we really haven't trained.
You boys want cookies?
Well, in fact, and if my hunch is right, I'm really not looking forward
What's
to
China
this
internet like, considering moving out?
Our team has a
Internet's fine, as you can see. I'm still on YouTube. I'm streaming even. It's fine. Move out of this place soon, within the next couple of years, hopefully. Move to the big city.
Greetings to you. We stand ready to propose today, gracious employer.
The red guy. The red guy and the blue guy.
What? Too casual? I'm in charge here. I'll be the one who introduces us. Sabas.
Funny.
The big reveal.
Funny how Geno Samuel 4 will not exist anymore. It's gonna be Geno Samuel Gaming.
You know, I really
I've dropped the
shouldn't be
numbers,
surprised,
the number system.
but it's fine. Care for a biscuit?
Oh God,
Used to, but one of our lower managers.
this is great. This is fantastic. Incredible
You
content.
don't need to know the full details.
Yeah, I've never been to the Great Wall actually. What's the historical lens of the Mongols / Great Wall? You mean in China? What do they think of it? They think the Chinese made it and it's great, apparently. Personally, I think it's the Tartarians.
Official contract as mercenaries. The first job always makes or breaks a business, and this is the only way it will be taken seriously. We could show Firebrand, Doc.
By the way, Sonichu just remembered that he saw this before in C-197. That's why he can say the lines at the exact same time. That's what's happening.
Does this mean you're going to actually heal your teammates this time?
Shut up! Now, let's move out!
I'm also heavily debating on making a video on Geno Samuel Productions about the dubiousness of Pompeii and Herculaneum being buried by pyroclastic flow in 79 AD. I think it was in 1631 AD. I'm casually collecting some info on that, and I'll see. You know.
Getting drunk as always, eh, NY?
Lie about what? Gustav Holst.
Here we go. Meet in the middle.
That's Mars, I believe. Mars, the bringer of war.
It's going right at it. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Disgusting. Anyway.
Yay! That's good stuff. Now that's what we've been waiting for. Next week, next month, the battle. Or discussions. Your choice. Take your pick. Whatever. But, there you go. Live reaction from the laptop.
Dude, Jupiter.
First time. So, thank you all for watching, and wrap it up and stay safe.
I could keep going. Okay. Part 3. I guess Chris did nothing for 1 month, and now it's part 3.
Hello, everybody. This is Sonichu and Mama's Body coming to you live from home once again. And we're going to be watching Red Blues vs. Blue Part 3 in just a few minutes, about 10 minutes. And fortunately, I'll be able to do a little video on video with this iPad, but I'll show you that one side of it out with. Look at all these stickers, huh? That's fun. And that's what you see while it's propped up, but while it's closed, and what's on the bottom, I mean, look like a yearbook or something. Anyway, I
look at
got
a
enough
yearbook. Why are we doing
leeway
this?
and enough froppage on my right leg in order to do this, so I do believe this will work for picture-in-picture again. The video and audio.
So you want to make a video about Pompeii being buried in a different year than what people think? I mean, I watched it, but it's such a niche topic. It's not like it was buried in 80 AD instead of 79. It's been buried 1,600 years later than what everyone says. That's a big deal, and I think there's a case for it. Oh, why lie about Pompeii being buried then? Well, because then you can call it a Roman city, and this is how incredibly advanced ancient Rome was. The ancient Romans were. But if it was just buried during the Renaissance, then you would think that you crash out. It's just you attribute fairly recent developments to things that happened over 1,500 years ago. So carbon dating fucking sucks. You don't trust it. Dinosaur bones have been carbon dated, and they've been to like 5,000 years ago. You cannot trust carbon dating at all. It also depends on so many different factors, like the moisture in the air. It's not consistent throughout the world. You cannot judge by carbon dating.
You're speaking with Sonichu. I'm zapping it up right here.
Zapping it up. Jerkoff City. Man, those Renaissance people were kind of horny, huh? What about the plumbing?
Barbara's not coming downstairs anytime soon today. So
there was
chillax on that.
Renaissance era plumbing going through Pompeii. And the history books say they didn't know about Pompeii. They just put it through the city, you know?
I'm reading some of this.
How the fuck do you do that? How do you lay down a pipe into the ground without even looking where it's going. Like, are you digging underneath? Like, you have to know where the city is. You have to see where the ground is. You like dig up the ground, put in the pipe, and then buried it back again, right? Fuck off. That's how it works, right? You're not just like pushing the pipe through the ground like a kilometer away, right? That's not how it works, right? There's 1600s era piping going through Pompeii, and they say it was done there without the construction workers knowing about Pompeii. That is bullshit. Pompeii existed at that time. That's why there's 1600s era level plumbing going through Pompeii, because it was from that era.
Barbara's upstairs. She's not coming downstairs. So chill out.
I believe there's also a graffito in Pompeii about of a gladiator, and it's clearly he's like wearing medieval armor.
Fine.
It's bullshit.
Hey, Barb! Hey, Barb!
I think you're underestimating the absolute number of people in free time that was available for jerking for what?
She's right upstairs. Everybody wants to see you. Everybody wants to see you. Just come down there, say hello.
How about this? I'm just gonna address the Pompeii and Herculaneum stuff initially, just for this specific topic. But the wider topic, the wider controversy is that there was no Renaissance, there was no Dark Ages. Classic Roman architecture is the Renaissance architecture. It's the same thing. They just added 1,000 years to the calendar. Probably during the Gregorian era. When they switched over to the Gregorian calendar from the Julian calendar, they just added 1,000 years to make it seem like Jesus Christ lived over 1,500 years ago at that point, but it was only 500 years ago.
Come here.
Anyway.
I'm on a live video stream and people want to see you, so just come over here, sit right here. There. Say hello to the world.
Hello to the world.
There's Barbara. See? She's alive and well. Give him some wisdom.
Oh.
Look at Sonichu's face.
Take care of your money. Don't make foolish investments.
Anything else that's not financial?
No.
Nope.
Not at all.
All right.
Every single person in Chris's
How are
life
you
is a
feeling?
troll, even
I
Barbara.
feel great.
Good. Oh boy, everybody's just... All right. You can go back upstairs. Thank you, Barb.
You're welcome.
See you later. There. Is everybody happy now? Do you believe me?
Everybody happy now? I'm giving you lots of wisdom about Pompeii, man. There's also a reproduction of a Raphael fresco in Pompeii. Explain that shit!
Anyway, now.
This was streamed 5 years ago. June 13, 2020.
They have warning they'll be coming up shortly.
Over 5 years ago.
They have a 60-second warning, but then that comes up to the minute-and-a-half thing.
So this is how we're doing picture-in-picture. Chris just has her tablet up on screen. Is that how it's working?
On full screen here.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So the Pompeii fresco, which was buried in 79 AD, was copied by Raphael, who had no idea that Pompeii was there. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. This is incredible.
Everybody ought to be able to see that, I hope. Okay, maybe. Let's see. Oh, this has a minute to do this.
I'm not a creationist. I think it's healthy to doubt science sometimes. Because that's how you advance. Because I think it's naive to say that we are as advanced as possible and we are right about everything, because we were wrong about lots of stuff. We've been proven wrong lots of times. Even up until 100 years ago, we thought that that there was no such thing as a galaxy. It was called the Andromeda Nebula. God damn it! It's wrong about lots of stuff. Job security for sure, indeed. So, is Chris looking at the screen through a mirror or something?
Conflict begins.
How is she seeing the screen now?
No.
So now we can actually finally see what it actually looks like, and it looks like ass.
Well,
Just pony.
this is awkward.
Just pony
What
slop.
are you doing here?
Pony slop.
I'm pretty sure we told you all to stay put.
Well, I took initiative and made an executive decision. I'll show you that we're more than capable of effective teamwork.
Wait, I also...
Carbon dating experts all say that carbon dating is very accurate. See? Don't you think there's some bias?
Hey, don't bully the newbie.
Yeah, you're not as experienced as I am.
Giving or receiving?
I work in science, and I promise you, other scientists are always trying to disprove scientists. I get so excited when I get to prove someone wrong. That's how it works. And by the way, Chris is... sorry. Sonichu believes that she saw it before in C197. That's why she is saying it at the same time.
Well, shoot.
There's one more short video after this, and then we're going to stop.
Hold your fire! Great, now look at what your team did.
My team? Her team? You and Barbara never even let our teams. You don't talk.
Liz, I got this.
Team?
It's working on Doc's nerves.
This is...
Doc, a decision needs...
I'm not the audience. Whoa, the sun's shining.
That direction, over there.
How about we test that theory?
Oh, God.
Very well. All are honor bound to the timeout room.
Light bulb.
1631, by the way. Another thing, which I don't think anyone addressed so far. I was looking up if anyone has questioned the legitimacy of the dating yet, and what I found is that some people do think that it was at another calendar date in that same year. Like for example, it's historically acknowledged as August 24th, 79 AD. However, some people have questioned that date because that comes from a letter by Pliny the Younger, who was a guy who was writing lots of letters apparently, and they survived apparently, and in that he writes about how his uncle died in this Mount Vesuvius eruption, and he dated it to 9 days before the first day of September. I would think that's August 23rd, but apparently Romans were inclusive, and 9 days before the 1st of September means August 24th. So working backwards that way, wouldn't that mean that 1 day before the 1st of September is the 1st of September? Anyway, that's 1 day. That's fine. But if it's 79 AD, they were using the Julian calendar, not the Gregorian calendar, which we're using today. And if you convert dates from all the way back then to Gregorian, then that's a difference of, I think, 13 days, 13 calendar days. They had the same 12 months and 365 days, pretty much, but they were kind of shifted. So in the first year that the Gregorian calendar was established, we lost 13 days, I believe. So if you're going to attribute the Gregorian calendar year of 79 AD, you have to do the same to the month and date as well. You know, you can't just say 79 AD and leave it as August 24th, because that's the old system. You have to adapt it to the new system, which would have been forwards or backwards. If it's September, then it's more in line with the clothing that they wore, because apparently some historians say that it was not August. It was later, maybe September or October even, maybe even November, because they were wearing heavier clothes. That's more in line with autumn, with the autumn season, and there's some preserved foods that were also more common for the autumn, not the summer. And also there was some graffito on in construction, like during construction, abandoned construction site that was dated to like November or something. And but the thing is, there was no years, I believe, addressed. You're attributing this year for no reason, really. There's no basis for the year of 79 AD, according to the Gregorian calendar. Also, the Pliny the Younger letters apparently were never published until like the 1300s. So how can you find them reliable? This is a different subject, because, you know, what if this ancient Roman period was like 1,000 years ago? Why were all these ancient Roman manuscripts discovered and then published for the first time in the 13, 14, 1500s? Where the hell were they for 1,000 years plus? You know? And also, how then if they're being passed around by word of mouth, how can you find them reliable, you know? And also, there were some publications which say it's a different date by Pliny the Younger. They say it's like 9 days before October, or even 9 days before November. So how can you find these letters reliable? This dating is very dubious, you know? Also, Vesuvius has erupted lots of times, a whole bunch of times. The most recent, most devastating one, I think, was in 1631, which is my hypothesis for when this happened. And the most recent one ended in 1944, and before that it was erupting for 30 years straight. So Vesuvius is a very active volcano. So it is possible that it's, you know, anyway. I've seen people always get into fights at conferences.
Great big Stoke is kidnapping men in New Balbicorn!
Hey, I'm not supposed to get kidnapped. I'm married too. Silence, beautiful maiden. I shall take you to my tower. Beautiful maiden? Well, of course I'm a beautiful maiden.
Domenico Fontana found the ruins in 1590, but abandoned the research. Would make no sense if the city was inhabited in 1631. Thank you. I might have to adjust the year. Maybe it was 1500 instead, because that was an Russian there too. Or maybe it was even 1000 AD or something, you know?
Stereotypes are like rampant today.
I love it!
I am feeling very conflicted right now. Zen.
DJ Delgo is up to something.
Zen. Hi, Zen.
I know I'm going to regret this.
This is not my audience. I'm not the audience, I mean. Oh, God.
And that was CF2, and now this is Anarchy Part 3. And depending on the quality, you have
Domenico Fontana. I have to look him up.
the thing between there and here. And oh my gosh, that sun is reflected off the forehead. I am Sonichu within Christine's body. Thank y'all for watching and have an awesome zapping day. Zap it up to the extreme.
All right, so this is the last video for today. This is my last will and testament. Not mine, but it's Sonichu. So this is weird. Chris never addressed this. This was shared privately to one of the people. Was it not or someone else from the support group or that was kind of controlling Chris at the time? I can't remember their name. I made this, but I can't remember the name.
Hello, this is Sonichu in the body of Mama Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu. Okay, Chris Chan Sonichu. Anyway, I'm recording this as a video with my wife Rosie Rose standing next to me for in the event anything happens to me and this one body that belongs to Mama Chris Chan, anything happens, including a very likely just vanish from this dimension.
How the hell did Göbekli Tepe get buried that deeply? Here's another issue that I have. When geological processes normally take tens of thousands of years, well, Göbekli Tepe is over tens of thousands of years, maybe 11 or 12,000 years old. That would come in line with it possibly being buried by not one but two polar switches there, because it happens once every 6,500 years or so. So that's one thing. But then, okay, so now you addressed yourself. The geological process normally takes tens of thousands of years to bury that much. So then, how the fuck do you get dinosaur bones? How fucking deep would you have to bury dinosaurs? Millions of years? Bullshit! It was like a few feet down there. How can that be millions of years old?
This body in me, and this house gets left behind, and anything else that happens to transpire in this timeline before the timeline changes, I wish to hereby bequeath all of the remaining possessions between mine and Mama's that are in this household within the area of this temple. I will relinquish all that.
I don't believe. That's not what I said. I'm saying dinosaurs existed
Megan,
6,000 years ago.
Kathleen,
That's what I'm saying.
Ringo,
Dinosaurs, or
Wilson
they're
State
dragons.
of
They're the same thing.
Washington. So simply have to be sure to.
You know, the
to
Bible,
come
as
to
it
help
stands today, makes a lot more sense
sort
if
things out
if you comprehend each person as a people. It kind of makes a lot more sense, like the Adams and the Eves, like the country or the kingdom of Adam or the kingdom of Eve. And if you make these people into peoples, it makes more sense, you know. You believe in the flood of Earth? Every single fucking society around the world believes in the flood of Earth. Yes.
Like she can
Happens
move
once every
in,
6,500 years.
Well, but that's a whole nother thing.
As a fan.
That's a fan going good. The air conditioner just died out, so I have to take that as a sign. Anyway, aside from that,
Are you a young Earth creationist? No, I'm not. The Earth was created billions of years ago, but the Earth goes through upheavals once every 6,500 years or so. It makes you believe that it all started 6,000 years ago. It did not. It just reset.
Also, on another note,
Tower of Babel. Exactly.
That's set, but I would also like to help out around the house who lives here in the state of Virginia. One, Kevin Fairchild, who lives in Fisherfield. I'd like him to... Barbara, you're going to let him move in. You're going to let him move in. You're going to help you with any remaining things and artifacts within this house. And Megan, you'll have to work with him as well. He's very genuine, very kind. I believe you both will get along very well.
Dinosaurs are millions of years old, though. Source?
And this will definitely work out because you know me. I'm going into C197 our alternate dimension, and I'm gonna end up powering up this body.
So Barbara was being told by Sonichu here that this person named Kevin Fairchild was going to have to move in with her in the event that Chris dies.
Unlocking all of its alternate forms and
That's
everything.
weird. How does this even happen?
You know me, I'm a little bit... This brain is so disorganized. So body language is not exactly syncing up at times.
Exactly. It's been translated and retranslated from so many different languages over at least 1,000 years by now, maybe even 2,000. So you really have to go back to the earliest possible sources of the Bible, as early as possible, and try to translate them yourself to really understand what's happening. But at the same time, lots of it is symbolic. A lot of it is metaphors, I'm sure. But it is grounded in what they experienced, perhaps. That's a long story.
Anyway, everything in...
Oh, Saturn worship too? Yeah, the fucking Saturn worshippers, all the fucking Illuminati worship Saturn. That's the cube. Because you, if you look at the cube from a certain angle, it forms a hexagon shape. And where do you see the hexagon? Saturn. The pole of Saturn. They all come from fucking Saturn. From Titan. I swear to God. And the cube? The Jewish people with their cube on their forehead. The Nation of Islam, all the Muslims worship the cube. Saturn worship. I'm telling you.
Everything of mine and Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu's.
Because if you look at Saturn from far away at a certain angle, you see the rings form an outline. Inside is a circle. What does that look like? A fucking eye! All-seeing eye! It's right there!
They go to Megan Kathleen Ringo, and I want
it's all about
Kevin
Saturn for
Fairchild
some
to
reason.
come and move in as well. Because Barbara's going to need as much help
the
as
eye is
possible
Saturn.
on the event that this house,
The cube
this
is Saturn. The
temple
hexagon is
just
Saturn.
stays behind while
6 points.
if the event that I
That was
just
5
simply
actually.
vanish without this house and leaving it and everything else behind.
What is the Star of David but just two triangles? Triangle, pyramid, all-seeing eye.
And in that case also, being obvious, this body would not stand by because it's one and only. It's one and only. The eyes linked to this one brain. If you only knew camera 0000000. Of everybody else, the true first-person perspective.
Because then if you look at the dinosaur mythos, the Asian dinosaurs are not quite the same as European dinosaurs. You know, they're more like serpentine and they're close to water. So I mean, dragons. I mean, you might call them dragons, but maybe we're just attributing our understanding of what a mythical dragon is to these creatures, which were not dragons. They were something else closer to dinosaurs, but they were different types of dinosaurs all around the world, you know?
So many things in my mind, so please pardon me if I seem a little bit erratic, but this is my last video, will, and testament on behalf of Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu, who was born as Christopher Weston Chandler, to Barbara and Robert Chandler in this dimension and this timeline. I leave y'all with that. And the attorney who will handle the case and all that, and helping them at all, or anybody else helping them get situated with the situation and all that. So,
dragons.
Thank you.
Okay, that's the end of the stream. Jesus. Great. Let's move back a couple of times. Okay. We're being watched. Okay. Whew, now I can finally calm down. The episode of Coast to Coast to Him is really... Alright. All signs we have, and yet nobody can explain how you need 10 C quarters to make a 1 W quarter. In caves, the stalagmites and stalactites alone take thousands of years to form. The Earth is relatively new in the context of the universe, but still very young relatively. In Hebrew and Aramaic. I'm honestly this close to learning like Latin so then I can translate these fucking Pliny letters myself. Or ancient Aramaic, anything at all. Just seriously, I cannot take anyone else's word. I have to do it myself. Sat, seat, urn, death, death, life, life, God, Saturn, seat of God. Weren't the ancient Egyptians like the people of Set? Set? Like Saturn? And of course, you know, the ancient Roman celebration of Saturnalia, which was, of course, Saturn worship, and that was converted into Christmas. So, weird. I mean, I guess, I mean, the moon holds a certain place in our hearts, doesn't it? Because it's relatively close to us. If the ancient peoples come from Mars, but then again, Jupiter is still closer to Mars than Saturn is, and I'm not sure how visible would Saturn and Saturn's rings would be from Mars, because you really cannot see that much from Earth, at least with the naked eye. Like only from, can you see Saturn and its rings from Jupiter or like from Europa or something? I'm adamant. Lots of people would say that they're from that we're from Mars, that they were Martians, and then they traveled to Earth, and these human beings are still like from Mars, or at least we're like combined, interbreeded with the Martians. What if we came from Saturn instead, from Titan? We're Titanians. Gino learned a little too much about Admiral Byrd when he was researching Terranova, and that's why he fled to China. Admiral Byrd saw some shit. The ancient people obviously came from the sun. They had so many wars, they set it ablaze. The Zoroastrians? Do you mean Zoroastrians? And Ahura Mazda inspired Abrahamic religions. The moon is not what you think it is. Law, the space station reconfiguration facility, etc. Yeah, that's also true. You all know boys go to Jupiter and get more stupid. Damn it! Got fooled again. That's no moon. That's a space station. So anyway, that was quite a trip, wasn't it? Y'all, I don't need this anymore. Let's put this away. What am I gonna do today? I think I'm gonna. I have to work on the remastered part 16. That's what I'm gonna do. What about a Greek name, Phenon? Phenon? What's a phenon? Women come from Venus to get more penis. Phenon? Anyway, that's the end of this stream. I need to calm down. Alright. I'm telling you, man. I've read most of that from other places, except the Saturn and the all-seeing eye thing. That is what I came up with, and I'm not sure if anyone has mentioned it. If you look at Saturn from far away, it looks like an eye, and that also relates to the Saturn cult. Favorite Genesis album? It's either The Thing. What's his name? Wind and Weathering has grown on me a lot. I didn't like it at first, but I think it's fantastic now. And The Lamb holds a special place in my heart too, because that's the first vinyl record I ever bought. I actually bought it before I had a record player, because I just wanted to buy a record. And the one before, Selling England by the Pound, the sound quality of that album is amazing too. And of course, Firth of Fifth, incredible. Probably my favorite Genesis song. Don't get started about the Cabal implications. All right. I'm not losing it. I'm getting it. The ones who don't see think I'm blind. But the truth is, the other way around. What the fuck is in that coffee? Anyway, thank you very much. Can't wait for the remaster of Lambs. Oh, Christian, okay. So thank you very much for joining the stream. Thank you very much for your fun chats and super chats and mega chats. Don't take me too seriously, because I'm just thinking, y'all. I'm not. Whatever I say, it does not have to affect your life. It does not even affect my life. It just, I like to think, and it's fun to think about stuff that you're not supposed to think, or you're encouraged not to think about. You know, look, I'm not saying it was aliens, but we are the aliens. You're thinking about it the wrong way. You know. So yeah, that's just what I'm about. You know, I wasn't planning on it, sure, but just okay. Anyway, that's the end, I guess. Look at relevant links down below. I got Patreon, I got Bandcamp, music channel as well. Food for thought, incredibly. A penny for your thoughts and food for your thoughts. A penny for your food. Wish you could buy food for a penny. Do you plan on moving to a developed country at some point? I'm planning on moving to the big city. That's quite developed, so that's pretty good. What a quick comprehensive history does to fuck. Okay. Good going. Winning prince. Anyway, so that's the end from me. Take care of yourselves and take care of someone else. I'll see you when I see ya. See you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks again for all your support. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Sad music. Bye-bye.